Hi everyone, Donut here. We're gonna watch a pretty nutty video today coming out of Baltimore County. In this video, a guy went crazy, shot a few of his neighbors, stabbed one or two of them, and police showed up on scene to a house that was completely engulfed in flames.
Okay, I'm making this video. This is an incident that took place maybe about 10 minutes away from where I reside at. And I want you to listen to what the neighbor claims about this person. I want you to listen to how the guy who makes the whole video explaining what took place, how he addressed the situation, and how he considers the suspect to be mentally. And just listen to the phrases that they use. This is what I consider to be a case of gang stalking. This seemed to be, again, 10 minutes away from my home. It's odd that I have been living here for the last 15 years and been making videos. I'm not sure. I have to get some information on this guy, but as soon as I saw this clip and I was listening to it, I said I have to make a video about this before I forget.
A call to respond to, and the first officer on scene, Officer Irwin, has no idea exactly what he's walking into. Pulling up on scene, he sees a house fully engulfed in flames, and upon stepping out of his patrol car, immediately starts taking fire from some psychopath.
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired.
This psychopath is right here beside this red truck.
And I think it is a house. There is a house where the man has signs all over his house that the FBI is after me, and we've known for years that he has a mental health problem. And I think that is the house. That signs all over his truck and on the front of his house. But he's never been trouble in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. But I did just hear 3 gunshots and somebody screaming.
We just had a house blow up, and the house next to it is on fire. It's on
a house. A house exploded. You said you heard gunfire, and then a house exploded, and it's on fire.
Yes. And there's a victim on the ground. We've got a victim on the ground shot.
Okay.
There's a man of these people. There's gunfire. We got gunfire. The guy who's living in the house. He shot a lady, and then he came back out shooting again, and he's still holding a gun.
After hearing that clip, you clearly hear the lady making claims that that this guy stated the FBI was surveilling his home, made claims that people were watching him. She made claims that the neighborhood or everyone, or she alludes that it was a common thing that people knew this guy to be mentally ill or challenged. Now, why do you have to be mentally ill or challenged if the FBI is coming after you? Notice how they don't say anything about criminal activity. You know what I mean? Like, how do you not know this guy sold drugs or, anything in his past life? How come the first thing you have to allude to is this guy being mentally ill? How do you know he wasn't a fucking drug dealer? How do you know he didn't have child support or he was running around with the wrong, anything they could have thought about, right? Thinking outside the box, the matrix. The first thing they allude to, which is how you can tell that they basically told on themselves, this woman tells herself without even telling herself, is because they allude to mental illness. There's so many other things that the FBI is looking for. You could be a sex predator, you could have been, you know what I mean? So many other things that the FBI could be looking at you for other than you just being mentally ill. You understand? So this woman clearly tells on herself by the first thing she's stating is, we've known him for years. So you've known this guy for years to be mentally ill. He's never lashed out at you, because you can hear her say in the clip, you hear her say, but he's never been aggressive or violent. So he's mentally ill, right? He's never been aggressive. He's been living there for years, which means what? He can maintain a home, maintain bills, right? He can maintain a vehicle, maintain a stable condition of life, right? Which means he's blending in. Other than them, you're going to hear her make claims that he had signs, about his harassment. And we make signs, we make videos, we make posters about these demons doing the same thing.
The officer knows the suspect had just killed 3 of his neighbors and wounded another one using a gun and a knife. According to reports, neighbors described the suspect as paranoid that his house was constantly monitored and sometimes searched by the FBI and other federal agencies. Reports said that he accused his neighbors who he attacked of helping out the authorities. The officer runs to another car to get some better cover and a better angle to return fire, and his first shot is fucking golden, boys.
Alright, so now concluding after you guys have watched the whole video, it is clear this guy is more than likely was being harassed. Again, it blows my mind how this guy was not even 15-20 minutes away from my house, and I never knew this guy existed. You know, it's crazy to me how this guy could be so close going through the same things. And I feel for the guy because he went where most of us have thought about going and defending yourself and retaliating, because these people are stupid. And it clearly shows you that Satan does not protect his own. He does not care. He's not omniscient. He's not omnipresent. You know, they make it seem like they can synchronize with everyone else, but no one was there to synchronize to save the neighbors from getting shot, right? No one was there to save them. Where were the handlers at? Where were the police? Where were the neighbors at? Right? I mean, hell, you got all these other neighbors that when we walk outside our house, they seem to be there. You're going to see the video that I post all the time. You got the guy next door. He's on the porch smoking a cigarette when I'm outside. On either side of the house, or someone's letting out the dog. So all this activity is going on while we're leaving out the house or coming home. No one was there for these people. Look at the time. This is sacrifice season. Satan does not care who he sacrifices. When your number's up, if you're one of his, when your number's up, your number's up. They don't care if you're eating a sandwich, if you're with your kids, you got your kids in the car, if you're at the park. When your number's up and you've been eating like a fat cat off of Satan, and you've been out here just thinking everything is good, your number's up, man. And that's what it showed me. These people are not protected. That's why they have to be up under everyone's asses all the damn time. Because if not, then they're out here to be slaughtered. They're out here for feed. They're out here, you know, just out here. That's why they're so clicked up. That's why they got to be in a gang or affiliated or in a group. Because if not, they're puppy child. But you're still puppy child. You're just puppy child in a group. And if everybody in that group is puppy child, then you got a group full of puppy child. And that's what they're not realizing. So I want you guys to take this information and apply it to your neighborhood. Because this is, most certainly, you cannot deny that this guy was not being harassed. Most certainly his neighbors were more than likely harassing him. I'm not condoning murder. I'm not condoning violence. I am condoning sticking up for yourself if someone is trying to threaten your life. Clearly, these people thought that they could laugh, bang, stump, and harass people for the rest of their lives. And they were wrong. They were so wrong. So, again, this is a video. I had to make this clip. And shalom to everyone. Stay safe.